And when I say made me change was I grew up, as a athlete, as even with me growing up, where I was told that show no emotions. So that's exactly what I did. So as a football player, I kept things in. When I got angry, I lashed out. That's one of the things that I want to say that probably changed me the most was I was, being a football player is physical. You're a physical guy. So that was my identity. I was physical with people. When I finally settled down and I knew that she was the one, she challenged me to communicate. So there was things where I did in previous relationships where like, nah, I'm not talking about that. I'll shut it down and I'll go on. I'll walk off. There won't be no discussion. And
Yeah.
that's how I was. But my wife, my wife made me change where she's like, no, I'm not doing that. We need to talk
Yeah.
about it. We don't have to talk about it right now, but we will talk about it. So having her to constantly reiterate that and say, hey, we still need to talk about this. She held my feet to the fire. And I think from that where she made me feel that it was okay to be vulnerable. So when I say vulnerable, she gave me the space to tell her exactly how I was feeling. It didn't feel good because I felt like when I say, that hurt my feelings or, it's it kind of that ego is what kind of drives that communication not being there. So if you
Mhm.
have that ego where you're like, nah, man, that's soft. I'm not saying that. I think that's the downfall. But if you have that space where your significant other gives you the space to be vulnerable, allows you to express how you are truly feeling, and from there, there's no judgment. My wife did not judge me when I said, what was on my mind or what hurt me, and I think from there, seeing that and how she react to that, that shifted in me. Because typically, when in my previous relationships, anytime that I expressed, this pissed me off or I was mad about this, it was like, but why you doing this? Or, why you was upset about that? And then from there, that it shuts down. But my wife gave me that space. And then I think from there was when there was multiple times where she was like, hey, we need to talk about this. Like, all right, we'll talk about it later then. Every time we had a conversation about it. So I think that kind of opened the door for me to be where I am right now, where I understand exactly how communication can not only make you a better father, but also bring that marriage in that may be missing that component because of lack of communication.